Nick Croce says we need In Hiding Campfire. I think this is a very worthwhile endeavor because it's my favorite Pearl Jam song, so let's just take care of all of it right here back to back. Okay, remember, if you've watched the In Hiding video, that will probably help. Remember, when we made the F shape up on 5, 6, 7, it was an A, and when we changed it to pinky finger on G7, it was an A suspended 4. So same deal down here, A, and then that B string becomes 3 for our suspended 4, and then this action was a D, sus 4, kind of like the A sus 4. So down here, then open E string for a sus 2, and then back to regular D. So that's our whole intro. Woohoo! Alright, so then we have the part that starts on the D chord, and then walks up, right? This note isn't the easiest thing to get to when you're down here in D land, but you can sus 4 with your pinky on the E string 3rd fret. That's a great thing to do there, just to add some motion. The note would be on the E string 5th fret, so not very smooth, like I said. So just stay here. And then this weird thing that happens is a D and a G and a G and a B, which is one of two things. It's a C with a D in it, a C suspended 2, or a G with a C in it, which is a G suspended 4. It's 3 out of 4 of either of the notes of either of those two chords. So your G suspended 4 comes from Tom Petty G, ring finger, middle finger, pinky finger, and then your pointer finger is free to play with that C note on the B string 1st fret, and you can to your heart's content. Then the noodly doodly part, which as you recall was... And when we land on that note, that G string 5th fret, which is a C, that's the note that makes D7, D7. So play a D, do some hammer on, then pull off on the E string, and then kind of pluck down to fill that out, and then switch to a D7. D7 has a sus 4 as well. It's the same sus 4. It's that G note on the E string 3rd fret. Play with that. And then the chord, as you recall, when Stone goes, was our D minor shape here on 3, 4, 5, which is an E minor. But if you play E minor here, I don't know. It's not wrong. It's the right chord, but it's not the most satisfying thing in the world. So I think it's not the biggest creative license leap here to play a G. You could also leave your baby E string open on your G to make it more E minor-like, or you could play an E minor, or you could play a regular G. Do whichever one you want. But here's all three. E minor. Back to D. That's sounding better as I hear it more, okay? Here's regular G. And here's G with the high E. That might be kind of the best of both worlds, but yeah, anyways. Alright, the jazzy walkie-uppy part. You could just play D, and then D7, and then kind of use your pinky to kind of just make some motion there going from D to D7. But I've looked at this under a microscope now, and I've got a great way to do it down here. Yeah, here we go. Ready? So this, of course, is a D, and then that makes it a D7, but then he goes, which is just the sus 4. And then he goes up to here, which is an A, and a D, and a D. So just play a D, but leave your F sharp note out of it, just those two fingers, and make sure to strum the A string as well to emphasize that A note. But then, which is just completely crazy, we've got an F low and a B note becoming an A note. So from where you were on this D, add an F note to your D string 3rd fret with your middle finger, and with your pinky finger, grab G4 and make it go down to 2, which is the A. So, I'm lost. Okay. And then he goes to here, an F with a C. So what we heard was, and if we just play a regular old F chord, that's that C note, but I'd leave the baby E string out of it. Don't leave it open, just mute it. So then what you hear for us is pretty close. And then recall it was really hard to stretch from G10 to that B string 15th fret, which is a D note. But down here, once we're in F, it's easy to play that D note. It's pinky finger on B3. So that whole section. And then into A, which just is a breath of fresh air after all that. Okay, A, which is the pre-chorus, of course. Play an A, this part's easy. G, better man chord, D with an F sharp in the bass, to F. Learn guitar from me. And the last time, the first time, of course, it's E. And then we just do the intro. And that's it. Those are all the pieces to In Hiding Campfire version. Nick, thank you for saying we should do that. I agree. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you so much for being here. Goodbye, good luck, and see you next time with more stuff.